All Out with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey monsters, how you guys doing? So the fantastic Friday, and we say we go big from last week's multi-Emmy award-winning producer. This time around, we'll be joined by a multi-award-winning actress. Let's break down the list of what she's won so far. In 2016, she won Q Cinema Best Supporting Actress. In 2022, Cinemalaya Best Actress. In 2019, Asia Pacific Screen Awards for Best Actress. 2023's Eddie Choice Best Actress, 2023 Gawad Tanglao Best Actress, also 2023 Asian International Film Festival AIFA Best Lead Actress, 2023's Young Critics Circle Best Film Performer, 2023 Urian Best Actress, and my goodness, an award-winning friend. That's what it's all about. Very close to the station, very close to us here on the Monster. Please welcome back to the show. She does have a new movie. Let's welcome Max Eigenmann. Hey, hi Max.
Hey everyone. Good evening. Hi Rico. So nice to see you again. Happy New Year.
And happy New Year. Someone's having a great year to start off. New movie. I mean, I was watching Metro Manila Film Fest films, right? Tapos nakita ko yung poster. Sabi ko, uy. And then Phoebe was like, that's going to be a great movie. And I'm like, yeah, what is it about? Just nagkwento siya sa akin. But, you do have a new project. What's been keeping you busy first so far?
Actually, so far since the year started, I haven't actually really been that busy yet. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to more work coming up. But I'm very excited to be starting the year with the theatrical release of Raging Grace coming next week in the Philippines. We actually shot this film towards the end of 2021 in the UK. And it's been making quite a bit of rounds all over the world, and it's finally coming to PH shores. So I'm so excited for that.
And for this film, I mean, how does one get a role like this? Who produced it? You did mention the UK, so of course, what role you play in this film?
Okay, well, before I got the part, they have a Filipino co-producer named Darlene Malima. So this was produced by Chi. She's a Vietnamese-British producer in the UK, and then it's written and directed by Paris Zarcilia, who is a British-born Filipino living in the UK. And so they got a co-producer who's Filipina. Her name is Darlene, and she's a friend. Like we've worked together in the past, and she asked me personally if I wanted to audition. She sent me the character background of Joy, the character that I auditioned for, and without even reading the script yet, I kind of knew already based on reading the character background that it was a role that I really wanted to play. And then, this was during the pandemic, so all of my auditions were self-taped, which I sent over. They sent me a few sides from the script, which they required of me to self-tape my auditions for. And so I sent some over, and then after maybe the first 2 batches of self-taped auditions was the first Zoom meeting with the director, Paris. And then eventually I got the part. It was a very, very emotional moment because it's the first time I ever got the opportunity to actually audition for an international film. And to have gotten the part was just like overwhelming. I was bawling my eyes out, Rico.
I mean, doing the audition during Zoom pandemic, I mean, acting-wise, was it more intense pag ganon? Kasi pag Zoom kasi, ganito lang yan eh. Parang ganito, similar to what we're doing. Did you have to deliver a little extra or is it more subtle? What was the approach to that?
I think that my personal experience with doing Zoom auditions made it a little bit more difficult in a sense because I felt like I was contained inside a box as opposed to being able to do live auditions where I could actually make use of the space that I'm in. Because then they could actually pan out and pan in the camera or kind of tell me what angles they want to see, if they want me to be looking straight at the camera, all that. And the thing also with Zoom interviews is if I'm reading with somebody online, there's a slight delay also with the audio. So you kind of have to compensate for the dead space that comes in between those audio delays. I'm sounding a bit technical, but yeah, to answer your question, I felt like I had to step up a little bit more to be able to maximize an audition through a very small space in a screen.
Well, being technical is great because that's what makes you great. It's that nitty gritty. It's what makes Ferraris, a luxury car. It's the precision. Every time also when I talk to your brother, when I have to interview him, she said ganyan din, and I'm like sitting there. That's what makes the family great. You know what I mean?
Thank
It's that
you.
really into the art itself. Now we're gonna watch a trailer, and of course, when is this gonna be released in the Philippines?
So I believe the first day is going to be on January 17th, all over the country, I think. Yeah.
Already, okay. So we're gonna check out the trailer, and then we'll talk more, of course, of how to become a multi-award winning actress, just like yourself. So all that and more, ladies. Look at this trailer right now.
Okay.
Grace, this isn't funny. Grace? Diyos ko! Hello?
Ah, there you are. You must be the new help. I see you've already met dear Uncle Nigel.
Is it?
It is, I'm afraid. Dreadful disease.
Dito ka lang sa loob ng kwarto na to, ha?
Joy?
How long have I been sleeping?
That's it.
Okay, I'm scared. It feels like a thriller. It's a thriller, is it?
It's a thriller, yes.
Grabe, mapapasigaw-sigaw na naman ako nito. I mean, I watch the films, when it comes to, especially international ones, na ang galing with the collaboration. Ang last na nakita ko similar to this was the one with Kaifo na share.
Ano,
Um,
Sebo.
yeah, na pinanood ko yun sa
That's so
Netflix.
good. That was an Irish film. So good.
Yeah, it's ang galing. Sabi ko, okay. Sabi ko, and it's so cool that, you having to do this, having to finally have it released. I mean, dinenervyos ka ba that is coming after Metro Manila Film Fest na para bang is
A
gonna be
little
released?
bit. I mean, syempre, I'm nervous and excited at the same time. But I mean, I'm not gonna deny that I do feel the same way with every film of mine that I've done in the past, where no matter the timeline, whenever it premieres or shows for the first time, I always get nervous talaga. But syempre, this one, there's a little bit of that extra feeling on the side because it's my first international film, and exciting, but yes, nerve-wracking at the same time.
Sa handa mo na yung mga dress mo sa mga awards, you're gonna be receiving. Prepare your speech because it looks really exciting. That short trailer that we got, sa mga nanonood, for those watching us, of course, yeah, Max Eigenmann, she is joining us, and it's already getting me to to jitter up. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine the plots and the twists, and all this. Ang galing, ang galing. I could just see it. This is something exciting to watch. Of course, who stars did you hear once again?
Okay, so the movie stars myself, David Heyman, Leanne Bess, and Jaden Page Buadilla. So Jaden Page is, well, okay. If I can say a little bit of a story with, I think, why I feel what also shared with that contributed to what made this film great was the relationships that we all built with each other behind the scenes, because I think that when there is this, like raw relationship that you build with your castmates and your team, there's so much trust in the process of making the film, that when the finished product came and I actually saw it for the first time in the cinema last November, I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, David and Leanne here play the antagonists of the film, but behind the scenes that we were just all super best friends. And then Jaden, on the other hand, our little superstar. She plays the character Grace.
Mhm.
So she's in the title. She plays my daughter, Grace. I play Joy, her mom, an undocumented Filipina living in the UK, kind of trying her best to quietly build a future for her daughter and trying to kind of like officialize her being a citizen in the UK. But she has to do this quietly because it's actually not legal, diba? But she secures this job taking care of this terminally ill old man. And that's where the story starts. And then I won't say more after that. It'll be a surprise.
Tsaka yung ano, alam mo yung the story is very relatable. It's very Pinoy that,
Mm-hmm.
going abroad, being a caregiver na undocumented. Ano yung preparation mo dito? Did you interview a lot or is it more of like is there somebody in the family that had experience? Kasi with me, like, I'm also a nurse. So, nung nakita ko siya, nung nakita ko yung ginagawa mo, sabi ko, oh my God, nakarelate ako kasi, when my mom was starting out in the US, she was doing that kind of work. So,
Oh
nakita
my
ko
gosh, you
siya.
really have to see this, Rico. Because aside from the thriller aspect of the film,
Mm,
kasi there is a huge message that we're trying to give, and
mm,
that's the surprise of the film. But going back to your question about my preparation,
mm,
the film was written and directed by the same person, Paris Garcia. So a lot of my research, so to speak, came from asking him a lot of questions because
mm,
according to him, he wrote this film as an homage to his mom, who was a first generation immigrant in the UK. So he was born and raised there, but being raised by immigrant parents, and his experience growing up with that setup.
mm,
And then also before I left for the UK, the production gave me an opportunity to interview a lady who was a overseas Filipino worker for more than 20 years in the Middle East, and
mm,
she now runs her own training parang like agency where she trains Filipinas here in the Philippines before sending them to jobs in the Middle East. So basically, she's the agency here in Manila, and then she kind of makes sure that
mm.
their paperwork is done right, and that they end up with proper employers. And so I was able to interview somebody with like firsthand experience with that, and also kind of being someone who experienced technically not being documented, because I think at one point when she was working in the Middle East, her employers confiscated all her paperwork
Yeah,
as
kasi
a
sometimes that
punishment.
happens. Eh. Yeah, that
Yeah,
happens. They take,
and like
right when
and
you arrive, they take it from you. And.
yes, and when they become, at least with her experience, when they
Mm,
become abusive, she
mm,
has no choice but to flee without
mm,
any of. She didn't have a choice but to flee without any of her paperwork. So, like it was a very emotional roller coaster of a conversation. I actually invited her to my house. We
mm.
had lunch, and then it was like a 3 hour conversation of getting to know each other and hearing her experiences being an OFW. So a lot of my research came from there. In terms of creating the character, there was a lot of collaboration talaga with Paris, because he
Mm.
had a specific vision of who Joy was, who Joy is in his mind, and so I collaborated a lot with him regarding that. I actually appreciated the fact that the production was okay for me to keep like my own accent, like because
Mm.
I know how a lot of films or a lot of Filipino characters being portrayed in an international setting when they are OFWs is that they actually ask them to usually change the accent.
They have like
They
a they have
they
like a
even
baroque
ask you to
accent
change the language.
sometimes, no? They have
Yeah,
like a
so
baroque accent, which is not it doesn't reflect to modern day, di ba?
yeah, and so parang I'm glad that it wasn't like too much of a requirement for me to sound a certain way, because I mean
Mm.
we all sound different, eh, 'di ba? So
True,
it was
true.
okay that I sounded like this, so which was pretty cool.
Sa ano, ikaw yung siguro yung, the modern day version of what the moms used to do, yung galing
Yeah,
probinsya na
yeah.
galing-galing. So this is exciting stuff. Congratulations in advance. Can't wait for the
Thank
premiere,
you.
of course. Are you gonna have a premiere night? No, January
Of
17th is the
course.
opening. But when's the
Well,
premiere
premiere
night?
night is going to be on the 16th, although I still have details to wait for regarding that. But hopefully I see you and Phoebe there. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I will tell her. And this is exciting stuff. But, Max, for the rest of the year, what else in store for you, man? You have more projects, I know, but can you discuss it? Is there a regular TV show coming out?
To be honest, Rico, wala pa. I'm open for I am Max for hire. I have no upcoming. Although, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to see. I did shoot something already for, but it's more of like a special participation. Maybe I don't know yet. I haven't asked yet if I'm allowed to talk about it yet. But I did wrap up something yesterday, but maybe I'll talk about it when pwede na. But regarding future, like from today on, I have no upcoming projects yet. But I'm looking forward to the next one definitely.
Of course, after this one, there'll be plenty more. It's
I
always
hope
great to
so.
interview you and your family. You guys are always regulars on the show. Nafe-feel ko yung intensity in the preparation. And, there'll be plenty of awards for this one. We're going to notch another one and another one.
Oh, thanks, Rico.
All right. Of course, message to, everybody listening, to your fans as well, and invite them once again for your movie. Go ahead.
Hey guys, this is Max Eigenmann, and I'd like to invite all of you to watch this film that is so close to my heart. Raging Grace, directed and written by Paris Darcilia, starring Leanne Best, David Heyman, Jaden Bodilla, and myself. It's finally coming to the Philippines on January 17th. Oh my gosh, abangan nyo guys. I'm so excited for you guys to see it, and I'll see you in the theaters, guys.
All right, there you have it. Another, first salvo, first quarter pa lang to ng 2023, and great films already from Metro Manila Film Fest na nag 1 billion. The momentum just keeps on going, right? It just goes to show people are
impressive.
Going out and watching the movies. That's bumalik ang tao sa takilya, as they do say, and this is just one of those films that keep the momentum going throughout there. But thank you for taking time. Thank you for joining us. All right. All right. Bye, Max. Take care.
Bye,
Have a great one.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you next week.
See you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start out, another week. Somebody big again. Max Eigenmann joining the show. On behalf of Kayla Rivera, do catch the film. It's going to be out on the 17th, preview night on the 16th. That is Raging Grace. Till then, my name is Rico Robles. This has been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive.